dearest people, something to think about. You know, when we think about Buddhists, people have this kind of, I think there's some cliched views about what a Buddhist is, you know. So maybe you're a Tibetan Buddhist and they think all you do is you sit down and you do your prostrations and your mantras and your holy things. And then if some other people think Buddhist is meaning meditate, one of the key words, if you say Buddhist, people say meditate. And then we have this very cliched view that meditation is sitting down, kind of making all thoughts go away and trying to feel better. So if that's not quite what being a Buddhist is, then what is being a Buddhist, you know? Well, if we analyze, look at the Buddhist view, and it's been around, 2,500 years, and before that, based on these amazing Indians, 3,000 years ago. The Dalai Lama says often, was these amazing Indians more than 3,000 years ago who are the ones who began the investigation into the nature of self, you know. So we maybe in the West think it was Mr. Freud 100 years ago, or perhaps we go back to the Greeks, but they're a good, another 1,000 years before that, I think, 500,000 years, these Indians. And only now, I think, are we starting to understand these geniuses. What they did, they created this technique, this is a central technique in Buddhism. One of the central techniques that Buddha took with him when he diverged in his own direction. They developed this skill, this psychological skill, that enables you to completely subdue the mind at the grosser level, all the chatting thoughts, and even the sensory, to access these more subtle levels of mind, that in modern psychology and neuroscience, they are not even posited as existing, And so they basically map the mind. There's an incredibly sophisticated view of the mind, the way it works and its contents, So if you're trying to be a Buddhist, the bottom line is, using all these techniques that we talk about, that the point of it all is so that you can know what the hell is going on in your own head. And so that then the key thing is that you don't take it, we don't see it all as set in stone, absolute. There's anger, there's jealousy, there's love, I'm this, I'm that. Very fixed, narrow view we have of ourselves, our own conceptual story, that we can unpack and unravel those conceptual stories and we can change them. That's the bottom line. So change what from what to what, Well, change the unhappy, constricted, neurotic, painful, distorted viewpoints in the mind, anger, jealousy, low self-esteem, arrogance, attachment, you name it, because they're all rooted in these conceptual stories, and reconfigure things, and then learn to see things differently, see the world differently, literally, because the mind is the source. That's the bottom line. Everything I ever say is coming down to this, So let's think about that.